But I'm gonna do something for myself that I would never do for you guys. Frankie is out mowing on a 32-inch riding mower. And there he just keeps going. I'm gonna sandwich that right into the bank and then fill over the top of it. We got our little tiny baby boulder wall in. So sometimes when you want to draw the eye to something, you have to take the eye away from something. 1, 2, and pop them in. I'm gonna lift my butt up, and hopefully I'll have just enough ability to see over this fence. All right, good morning, one and all. The Aquascape team is gone, but not forgotten. They left on Thursday, so we wrapped this up. They completed it right on the day they wanted to, but that doesn't mean the work is done yet. It's been, what, this is Tuesday, so it's been 4 or 5 days since they've been gone, and I've been able to kind of see what's going on. Now, the pond is starting to clear up, but it would be a lot further along if we haven't been getting rainstorm after rainstorm after rainstorm. What's happening is the mud in the unfinished areas is washing into the pond. So just because the pond is done doesn't mean the work is done. We've got to go through now, and I've got to build up the grade over there, get that raised up, and then over here I want to get this grade built up as well so that I can fortify and strengthen this bank, and then do all the finished landscaping at the same time. So it's a busy day. Hopefully we'll wrap some of this stuff up, and once we get all of the grades set, then maybe when it rains, because we got rain coming in 2 days, when the rain comes, it won't keep washing into the pond, and that's why the pond isn't clean yet, because it starts to get clean, and then Mother Nature dumps all the mud back in, and then it starts to get clean, and Mother Nature dumps all of its mud back in. So let's get to it. We're gonna start to do some of the plantings. I wish my wife would not buy plants personally. And the reason is she always buys the cheapest, daintiest thing. She gets the healthiest one, but she gets the cheapest one. So instead of it looking finished when you're done, it looks like a thought of, hey, in 3 years, that's gonna look pretty good. Well, some of us don't wanna wait 3 years for a decent looking yard. I just wanna get it done and be done with it. But her and I think a bit different. She got a few things here for me to plant. That looks like a juniper, just a lot smaller. And this is called a jack pine, which I'm glad we got, because that's native to up in northern Minnesota there. We've got a lot of these. And, I mean, they're not the prettiest tree, but it just kind of reminds me of the area I grew up. And that was actually Ed's suggestion. Out of the blue, he just said, I think a jack pine would go good there, and I'm not going to argue. If I've got an opportunity to plant a jack pine and someone else says, I think that's a good idea, and then my wife goes ahead and does it, who am I to argue with those results, right, boys? Change of plans.
Gradient is not our friend.
Yeah, the rains and the mud for the last days and days is not our friend. We're slipping and sliding, just getting in. So I think we're gonna have to build this side up before we can drive in here.
Yeah, at least with anything, just
All right, so let's you can back the car, you can back that out, save the sand. We're gonna need that. You can just shut that machine off, back it out. We need to get the boulder settings in here, and then we'll build this part of the road up right here. Why, you think that coupler is something wrong with it? I think it's just pressure because we didn't have any problems when we dropped it off.
Yeah, but I got this whole line basically almost ready to fall off, and if it's not putting pressure through that, then it's something with the other connection.
So what's happening right now is the temperature's probably risen a bit since the last time we dropped this off. And for every 10 degrees that the temperature rises, it increases the pressure of your hydraulic lines. So,
It's not the bucket, I think it's the coupler on the excavator.
well, that's a Zach thing. So I'll let him work on that part. Well, I got to pick out the boulders and get them set up and ready to go. My thing is trying to keep ahead of the game. So while he does that, he'll be over here doing this. Nobody even be around and he'll keep talking. So here's one of the two things that I really screwed up when I was building this pond is right here. I have this weird angled slope and I fought it during the entire pond build, knowing that I had to put in a boulder retaining wall to level that grade out. I should have stuck the boulder retaining wall in the very first day and just gave myself a flat level ground to work on instead of waiting until after the pond was done and then building the boulder wall. It would have just saved me so much time, energy, and effort. And the other thing I screwed up, well, I'll show you that in just a minute. Before I can install this boulder wall, I've got to de-muck the area. We've had rain every single day this week and it's just taken over everywhere. So the muck has to go. We don't need very big bouldies there, do we?
How high you want to go with it?
Level.
Level with the pond?
Yeah, almost level. But I mean, we're going to have a little bit of a taper down, but I think 4 bouldies at about, they don't need to be that high.
Go level with the pond.
About a foot higher than the pond. Yeah, put sand over everything. Would it take us 3 hours to get to this point, Zach? We couldn't get in. It was the hill was too slimy. So we had to build this up. We did some boulder settings right here. Built this up, but to get this dirt, we had to go into the pile and dig down to Timbuktu because everything on top is just slime. Where was this in the winter when it could have turned to snow and I could have made money from this wet moistureness? So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing. Digging down. But we finally got it to the point where we can maybe set a bouldy or two. Guys, let me share with you where we're at right now. The rough grades are in. I was using the excavator with the tilt bucket to help get these grades set. That was not finished grade by any means. We got the cast 33. We went up north to get it because we also have the Hydra bucket by CMP. The front of the bucket scoops, levels, grades. You can add material, you can subtract material. It's like a mullet. This bucket is a freaking mullet, right? It's business up front, party in the rear. Because check this out, baby. We got all the teeth. So once we get our dirt in, boom, We grade it up, we flip it up, we till it up.
As long as we don't got twine in it, then I don't gotta dig it out from it.
We flip it, spin it, spank it, and put it where it goes.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. Boom, let's fire this bad boy up. We got about half the dirt used to get about a fourth of the way. So I think we gotta switch our tactics up. Or go get more dirt.
Huh?
Or get more dirt, but let's just get this wrapped up. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna start fluffing it a titch lighter. If you wanna start just spreading and grading this, we gotta get in all those zones over there, so.
Right.
Looking good. Minus the fact that we're completely out of black dirt and we're about halfway. Would you say about halfway? So, as soon as you're done raking this out, hop in the truck, go get us the same amount that you got us the first time.
Are you thinking 3 will eat that up, or
3? Yeah, get 3 because then we'll have enough for some plantings and
extra and whatnot?
We'll throw the rest.
It's not like we don't have the room for it.
Yeah, we'll throw it in a garden or somewhere.
Better catch Frankie before he mows your entire yard with a 32-inch mower.
Frankie is out mowing on a 32-inch riding mower. If you haven't seen it, there's a video got coming out. This mower is, I love this little son of a duck. Look at him. He could have grabbed the 72-inch or the other 72-inch or the 60-inch. Nope, he's on the 32. Oh, Frank Burger. And there he just keeps going. Hey, Frankie! Do you like that mower?
Yeah, if it was light enough to go through that wet spot, you know, the wet, I didn't stink that bad or anything. So yes, it cut good.
Cool. All right, well, I'm gonna move these out of the way, and then I'm gonna move the excavator up in there.
Okay, well, I'll mow that quick before you, oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna cover it with dirt anyway. Yeah.
Here.
I'm gonna put my blade behind me. I'm gonna lift my butt up, and hopefully I'll have just enough ability to see over this fence right here. Because then I'm gonna feed myself dirt. I gotta find dry dirt, and I'm gonna fortify this side. But I'm gonna do something for myself that I would never do for you guys, because you're just not supposed to, but I'll do it for me. I'm going to take a dead tree, and I'm gonna take there's a cool 3-prong section in that dead tree. I'm gonna sandwich that right into the bank and then fill over the top of it. What's gonna happen is that tree's gonna rot into the soil. And then I'm gonna plant bushes and shrubs all the way around that, so that's all going to incorporate back together. say. Let's see if we can't get her stuck in there some way, shape, or form. Thanks, Frankie. Oh, that's perfect. I just got to get her nestled in without hitting the fence. No. No, no, no. All right, well, I'm gonna put you guys on Hoppa mode. So a lot of times you just can't see in your excavator, so you hop forward and then you run the controls behind you. It's not a big deal. So if you see somebody doing that, it's not really unheard of. Now I'm going to be burying this tree. I'm not going to be leaving it fully exposed. So to get it into the bank. Come on, baby. Go into that bank. I want you to nestle in there. I want you to sleep right in that bank like you were washed away. I'm going to use it kind of like a retaining wall. That's why I was saying I would never do this for somebody else. You don't use a dead tree as a retaining wall. Come on. Give me some more. Give me some more. Just get it nestled in that bank. Nestle in that bank. Nestle in there. I think that's gonna do it. I could pop a boldy or two in there to stabilize that. But I'm gonna bury that son of a duck. I think what I'm gonna do is scoop this up. I'm gonna use the Kubota. The big Kubota. Take the nasty stuff, flip it over. This stuff underneath here is going to be good. So I know most of you guys know this, but not everybody does. So when you got really bad soils and you got to keep working, so you got stuff like this, right? You cannot use this to do what we're doing. And when it rains and rains and rains, you want to get your site rain ready. So to get your site rain ready, create a dirt teepee. And you get it as smooth as possible. When the water hits the top, sheds down, the water stays dry in the center. Of course, now a dirt teepee is not always possible, so maybe you make an elongated dirt teepee, right? So it's all peaked all the way across. So this was all peaked all the way across. So everything that I'm finding down to that was surface dirt, and here's the dirt that I got. Pretty decent. Could be better, but it could be worse. So this is the other part of the project that I wish I would have done a little bit different. You can see that I'm scooping dirt over the fence, which completely limits my visibility. I wish I would have fortified this bank before I actually started building the pond with the rest of the guys. But hey, hindsight's 20/20 on some things, and we're still able to get in and get the job done. So overall, everything is good, but this bank requires a lot more work than what we're doing right here. So make sure you guys stick around, because on the next video we show you the magic thing that we use to finish stabilizing this bank. I don't want to give it away. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one. God bless. Go get him, you guys.